6 things that buyers think matter, but actually don't. Look, I walk through hundreds of homes every year with my sweet buyer clients, and I see people obsess over things that honestly don't matter, while completely overlooking the things that do matter and could cost them thousands, even hundreds of thousands. So today we're going to talk about paying attention to the right things. We're going to look past the decor and we're going to talk about the house. All right, number 1, paint color. I see this all the time. People get hung up on weird paint colors in a house. They get caught up in weird wallpaper in a house. But look, honestly, paint is a pretty inexpensive thing to change. But you know what's really hard to change? Location, a terrible layout, whether or not the house has natural light. You cannot change whether or not that house has natural light. It's either there or it isn't. Paint, it's a weekend project, oftentimes. Number 2, outdated light fixtures. I know we're all hung up. There's so many cool light fixtures out there right now. And then you walk into a house that's stuck in the 80s or the 70s or whatever. All right, light fixtures are a weekend project. It's an afternoon change. What you can't change, the height of the ceilings. They're either too low for your tall husband, or maybe they're too tall for your acoustics. Those are hard to change, if not impossible. Light fixtures, it's an afternoon. Number 3, carpet, or just bad flooring in general, but especially carpet. It is so easy to change, but so easy to get hung up on. Pay more attention to the fundamentals of the house, like the roof. Oh, and the foundation. These are big ticket items. Carpet, much smaller ticket item in comparison to those, and much, much easier to change. Number 4, staging furniture. Don't let someone else's furniture influence your decision. This is where you need to look past the decor, past the pretty, because what's really important is, how big is this room? Is it quiet? Is it too close to this or too far away from that? Those things you really can't change. The furniture, you can bring in your own great furniture when it's your house. Number 5, landscaping. Look, bushes, mulch, flowers, these are easy fixes. Another weekend warrior project. But a busy street, that's forever. So when you're looking at a property, pay attention to beyond the backyard, like the neighbor behind you, or on either side, or across the street. And if you're a condo community, it's the same thing. I just had a client looking at a condo in South Orange County area in the last week or two, and the house was great. It had an awesome floor plan. It was super spacious. The finishes were good. The outdoor space, the patio was amazing. And it even had this incredible laundry room for a 2-bedroom, 2-bath condo. Really rare to find something like that. But then you looked across the window. You stood at the sink, looked out the window, and looked across at the neighbor, who was a complete hoarder. That is a problem you will have no control over, no matter how much money you do or don't have. That's a huge problem. My smart client walked away from that house, even though we had a very, very motivated seller who probably is well aware of the neighbor across the way. And number 6, smells. These are a big deal too. Look, don't let smells drive you away. Now, if there's smells because it's musty and maybe there's a mold problem, that's a different story. But usually we're talking about smells from a pet, maybe smoking, maybe funky cooking smells. A lot of those smells walk right out the door when the sellers move out and take all of their furniture. Some of those smells might be stuck in the carpet or the paint. Again, we've already gone over it. Those are easy fixes. You know what I like about smelly houses? Smelly houses turn off most people, which means nobody's buying them, which means they can present an amazing opportunity for a better deal on a property that, beyond the smell, is pretty amazing. You need to look beyond the cosmetic things, because the best buyers don't necessarily buy the prettiest home. They will buy the best opportunity. That's what my husband and I have done on all of the homes that we've purchased. We've always purchased the ones that, looking past everything, could be pretty amazing, but they didn't present well at all and were overlooked, and they became an opportunity for us. So what do you think? Buying a pretty house, not a bad idea either if you're not a weekend warrior. Just make sure you're looking beyond the pretty to make sure that the layout is good, your neighbors are good, and your location is amazing, and structural problems are not an issue either. And of course, you know, I'm always happy to grab a cup of coffee and talk strategy with you, and even go through some houses and look beyond the pretty with you as well. All right, as usual, scroll through this email to find ways to search new homes, existing homes, check out your home's value, check us out on Google. You know what to do there. Better yet, if you're watching on YouTube, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell so you'll always be notified of new content there. And join us this weekend at our open houses. All the details are below, including our fabulous new listing in Anaheim. That's a perfect house to look beyond everything that you're seeing and know the opportunity that really exists. And of course, I'm always here for any questions. Thanks so much for stopping by. I'll see you next time. Take care.